Hello, and welcome back to New Year, New Game. This is where I attempt to play 365 games from my Steam library that I've never played before. This is game 282, Black Book. Black Book is not classified as a horror game. Now you may be thinking, and why are we playing it in October if it's not a horror game? This is classified as a dark fantasy game. Kinda similar to horror, as in it's going to have those types of undertones to it. Dark fantasy can also be looked at games like Path of Exiles or Diablo. Not quite horror games, as in they don't really have the jump scares to them, but they do have a bit of the terror and dark undertones that you can find in horror games. Black Book is also a card game, and because of its uniqueness and not being just a jump scare game, I wanted to throw that in there too, because I felt like 31 days of jump scares get a little bit boring after a while. That's why there's a lot of different types of variety in my streams, just because one type of genre over and over and over and over and over again can get a little tedious. So, without further ado, let's get in the game. And just so that way we can see the game, we need to make sure that we put our chroma key on. There we go. Isn't that better? Let's continue. Alright, so the difficulty. I want it to be just normal. Normal difficulty, balance for the first playthrough.
Once upon a time, evil spirits dwelled here in these parts, and in a sense, they still do. I will tell you a story. It happened long ago, even before the revolution. It happened here, not far from Cherdin. I heard my grandmother tell it. A man was fostering an orphan girl. He was a Noah. Everyone called him Old Yegur. She didn't want to become a witch, but he taught her his craft. She was to be married to a special young man. I can't recall what exactly happened, but this young man took his own life. He was later buried beyond the gates of the churchyard, which meant that he would pass straight to hell. As for the orphan, Vasilisa, she refused to accept it. She was intent on bringing back his soul from the inferno. To do this, she would need to break the 7 seals of the Black Book, which Old Yegur kept, and retrieve him. And it was for that reason that Vasilisa agreed to become a witch. But to become one, she needed to be initiated in a banya or at a crossroads. And so, Vasilisa set out for the crossroads.
This is also inspired by Slavic mythology. It's got a real interesting type of theme to it.
I slept poorly last night. Been waiting,
Same.
hoping for you to return.
Not the same.
But you haven't. You never sat at the table. Where are you now, sweetheart? Where you headed? Relatives, and from the warm summer, you departed. There's no entrance or exit for you, it seems. cold, Mother Earth. There isn't even a churchyard fence to hold on to. Enough. I don't believe you would do this to yourself. It'll all be well. All will be well. I'll accept this knowledge from Grandpa, though I know what you thought of that. But there's no other choice.
Good, let go. Move on.
I'll drag you from that road myself.
Guess not.
Sleep for now. Sleep. I won't be long.
Candles. Oh, we put them out. You got a point and click kind of thing?
They didn't bury him in the holy ground.
It's to the crossroads. Herb. Adam's Head. Adam's Head heals minor wounds, a useful thing on any journey. To the crossroads. Do I have to click on it, or can I just... No, I gotta click on it. Prologue. Initiation of a Koldun.
The darkness of the night is filled with anticipation. You're at Mikhail's crossroads, along with old Yegor. You know the ritual that has to be done, but you've never thought of what might happen once it's complete. However, the time to draw the circle has come.
Let's look around. There's old Igor.
Where have you been? It will be midnight soon. Go over there, by that milepost. Everything you need for the ritual you'll find over there. Take the candles, we'll light them and draw a circle.
Goblets.
The crosses look old. It seems people were buried here quite some time ago.
There's the milepost. Candles. Old and enchanted candles from old Igor's hunt. With their help, you can draw a circle that can offer protection against evil spirits. Applies 3 shield on the first turn.
Cherding, 16 miles. Selikamsk, 102 miles. Nirup, 21 miles.
His eyes looking at us. Where am I supposed to go exactly? Should we go back and talk to old Igor?
Well done, Vasilisa. Now let's draw a circle. Be careful not to leave any gaps, otherwise we'll be crushed by evil spirits.
Make a circle.
I've made a circle. Is it alright, Grandfather?
The circle is drawn. No gaps, good. Too late to dither now.
You think that I can help him?
Sure you can. You can do anything when you have the book. So says the legend. Well, go on. It's time for you to take my knowledge. Such a long time we've spent together. Parting with it is bittersweet. Well, take it. Would you look at that? What power emanates from the book? The seal is open. It seems great sorcery lurks in you. Well, think about it later. Now speak the words I taught you.
Read the spell.
I'll get up without crossing myself, but I will go to the crossroads. On the crossroads, I'll draw a circle and step into it. And I shall speak. Good merchants, come and buy my cat. For this cat, give me neither inconvertible ruble nor a fine hat, but bestow me with knowledge of the dark and eyes with vision sharp. So as I have said, so it will be. My words are stone.
Here are your merchants. Now listen carefully if you value your life. To become a witch, you have to defeat this demon. Time for your first Zagavar.
Zagavar. Welcome to your first battle. Each battle consists of turns. You and your enemy take turns, but you always get to go first. You win when you destroy all enemies before you reduce their health to 0. This is the Black Book. It contains all of your Zagoravas. Try using the page, Urazi. Press the N button to recite your Zagoravar. Excuse me. The pages you had the previous turn have changed. The book alters the pages each turn. Enemy attacks can be blocked with the defense. Defense shields you from damage but disappears on your next turn. That's too bad it disappears. Recite the page Avadali, which has the defense effect. Is that a rainy Jesus? It's Thunderstorm Jesus. Turn.
Such enchanted words protect from demons, but this protection fades quickly. Now draw up a complete Zagavar.
Alright, you may combine several pages into a Zagoravar. You can currently recite a maximum of 3 pages, as indicated by the empty slots at the top of the screen. A Zagoravar consists of orders and keys. You can currently recite a Zagoravar consisting of 2 orders and 1 key. You can see the types on the page. Order or key is in the upper corner. Let's see. I'm not going to be able to kill it this turn, but we can actually put these keys here at the end for defense. We only need the 1. Looks like he's only doing 1 damage. So let's do this, this, and that.
Good job, Vasya. This demon is nearly beaten. A couple more spells to rid the world of it.
The Black Book helps you predict your enemy's actions. Study the enemy's intentions carefully to upset their plans. Alright. Oh, they're going to die this turn. Deals 3 damage each turn, ignoring. Let's do waste. Increase attack of each page for 2 turns. And I guess we'll do Ruda.
Take that, you mangy hellhound! Well, now, Vasya, enter this maw.
You say Mangi Hellhound?
You'll be a witch as soon as you return. Well, safe travels.
Safe travels to the giant stone mouth that opened that breathes fire. Here we go. must leave the circle into the Black Rift. Back to the circle.
Oh, is that you, Vasily-san? I should congratulate you. For the first seal is open. Only 6 remain. Oh, but will you be able to open the rest? This is another matter entirely.
The wish.
I'm curious. Can the Black Book grant any wish?
Indeed, as legend dictates. Who knows? Perhaps you shall meet your beloved soon. Who is worthy to open the scroll and break its seals? No one in heaven, on earth, or beneath it has ever been able to open the scroll or look upon it. Yet.
Still feels like somebody will.
How do I open the seals?
Oh. Can't figure it out by yourself, girl.
That was a hard girl. Meant it as an
I'm
insult.
disappointed in
Who are you?
What sort of devil are you?
you. How rude, Vasily-san. I'm your chief advisor. It is I who grants you the powers of a Khaldun. We will become better acquainted in time, I presume.
Let me return to the land of the living.
Not just yet. Have you forgotten your purpose? I name you a witch. How many demons will you take on for your service?
As many as possible.
Well, I will certainly need the help of demons. So give me as many as possible.
That's the spirit.
You have just committed your first sin. They say that the fate of the Khaldun and witch is to burn in eternal flames with no chance for absolution. The outcome of some events of the game is yours to decide. Your sin counter will change according to your decisions. Your number of sins affects your choice of replies, as well as possible game endings. They say each person has an angel on their right shoulder, and a devil on their left. But to whom you turn your ear is entirely up to you.
But you are still too weak. Soon you will have 3 charts at your command.
Schwartz.
That's enough for now.
A demon or devil who can serve as a Khaldun's familiar.
Now go. Perhaps we'll meet again. If you manage to open the seals.
And that's the tutorial.
What? Well, are you awake? The sun rose while you were coming to. Had to drag you home. I understand it's not easy to pass through the Devil's Domain. So, you've seen it?
Huh? Are we home? Seems like it was all a dream. The devil made me a witch.
Well, then it is a good day. What did I tell you? You should have become a witch a long time ago.
No balechaka.
Well, what's done is done. The legend says that your wish is behind the 7 seals. I could never open the first one. Here's the second seal, the Aspen one.
How do I open it? Maybe it was the demon at the crossroads that opened the first.
Perhaps. I think that demons do play a part, but what spirit is the Aspen one? I'll have to rack my brain a bit. Maybe there's something in the books? You yourself are a witch now. I knew that you would not let me down. The news of your enlightenment has spread already. Must be the Susetkes who told the heads of the families. Now people will come to you for advice. I am old now, not many teeth left. My Koldun powers are waning. Now it is you who will help the people around here. Perhaps you will even find the right demon for your problem. Well, while you were coming to your senses, I've already spoken to most of the visitors. There's only one left. He's waiting behind the door. Look around for a start. Your book is over there, on the table. Do you remember how I taught you bookbinding? Afterwards, see to that visitor of yours. Some evil spirit has been giving him trouble. Got it?
Yes, let's get to work.
I got it, Grandpa. Time to get to work.
Look for the spirits around the district. Maybe we'll get lucky with the seals. We should not tarry. Who knows? Perhaps after 40 days have passed, we won't be able to help. God bless.
We got visitors. Black Book and Old Eagle.
So, Vasya, have you taken well to learning the mystical arts? Are you curious enough to learn some more?
About Old Eagle.
So how did you become a Khaldun, Grandfather?
I was born in Vilgard, the 6th son of my father, Yevlan Pichurov. It was a big family, not the richest though. When you have so many mouths to feed, it's hard to save money. But we lived well as a family. The house must have been built well. That is to say, I realize this now. Then one year, a 7th brother was born. Timofey, he was called. He was a good lad. He grew up,
Timofey.
but I didn't look after him well enough. Heavy is this sin of mine. I still feel guilty. Vasya, having chorts is a trivial thing. You would do better to protect the ones closest to you, to fight for them. It's knowledge that gives us strength, for we harness their own power against them with the chorts under our control. One day I was looking after Timofey. We were playing with the other children, but I lost my patience with a boy. I cursed him severely, sent him to the Leshy. So the Leshy carried him away. We never found Timoshka. He'd vanished. Oh, it's hard to bear these scenes, Vasya. So hard. So I decided to become a Khaldun. I wouldn't let the Dark Ones harm my family ever again. Or so I thought. Well, I'll tell the story of how I became a Khaldun later. Ask me tomorrow. It's hard to remember all these things of the past. You'll understand when you're as old as me.
Evil spirits.
How can I recognize evil spirits? How can I know when they're before me?
Simple. You've been to the world of the devil, and now you'll see everything for what it is. The only thing is, the darkness will see you too.
Singing their rock ballads.
Demons and spirits will track you down, and as soon as you glance into the darkness, you'll feel their eyes upon you as well. Be strong. Such is our fate. You make your own way.
Izba,
How's our izba built?
a traditional Russian countryside dwelling.
It was built long ago. Lots of people have lived here since. More than half a century ago, it seems. All according to old rituals. You know them by now.
New encyclopedia.
But I don't remember who built it. My grandfather, I suppose.
Alright, time to
No, I have to go, grandfather. We'll talk later.
go. Black Book. On this screen, you can change the page composition of the Black Book. On the right side, you can see the current page composition of the Black Book. On the left side are pages available to you, but not in the current Black Book composition. You can categorize pages with a special filter. You might receive pages that are currently unavailable as battle or task rewards. You can alter the page composition of the book to craft new pages. You need rules. The Black Book volume has to stay within the limits of a maximum and minimum number of pages. You may also save 3 different sets of pages and change them as needed. In time, you will uncover even more Black Book pages which are sealed away at the present. You can change the composition of the Black Book at any time, except during combat. Alright, I think we'll just leave it as is for now. Visitors, the peasants seek your advice and your help. You cannot continue onward until you hear them all out. Let us hear them out.
Oh, God bless Yegor Yevlampovich, Vasilisa Fyodorovna.
God bless.
I come bearing gifts. Some flour for your household. Please, hear me out.
That flower turned into
I
rubles.
won't waste your time. I'll tell you straight away. Something terrible is happening at the mill. We were working in the night when suddenly we heard some strange sounds. Then a shadow began to darken in one of the corners. Such a deep blackness. We ran for our lives. You are known for your knowledge in these matters. What should I do now?
During the night shift at the windmill, he heard some strange sounds and saw some strange shifting shadows. What could be behind such emanations?
If you answer a knowledgeability question correctly, you will receive an experience reward. Sometimes your answers will influence in-game events. To recognize the correct answer, you will have to carefully study your surroundings and the onomasticon, which can open at any moment from your menu. You can also receive a hint by pressing your knowledge button. However, you will get only half the experience. Well, let's do this. Items. A Monsticon. The mill that stood still. A man from Victor once lived in our village. She would tell us stories. One involved a miller that had to make offerings to a shishagi, or else she would prevent the mill's mechanisms from turning. As an offering, he gave part of his stories of flour, grain, and breadcrumbs. On one occasion, he forgot and offered nothing. Sure enough, the windmill ground to a halt. When the man went to investigate inside the mill, there was the Shishaga, sitting on the grinder, threatening him with her finger outstretched. She suddenly vanished. The miller gathered some tobacco and threw it at the shadows in the corners of the mill at midnight. The windmill started to turn again, and the Shishaga stopped causing mischief. So, that could be what it is. Demons.
Why do you work at night? Demons are at work.
Jesus Christ.
No, demons.
Well, how do you think the millstones turn? Not by the wind alone, obviously. It's forbidden to work a windmill after nightfall.
But what do we do now? I did everything right when I built it. Please, help me. I have this old item that you might find useful.
You'd better cough it up if we help you. All right, Vasha. Look into what's going on with that place. The demon there may be of use to us, you know?
I'll find out what's going on with your chort.
Oh, thank you. I was told you wouldn't let me down. Goodbye for now.
He's not your average miller. Usually they consort with a leshy, but this miller has some chort. Well, I'll study these seals while you're off dealing with the mill. And to make your trip a bit easier, take this herb. It is called an Adam's Head. It will heal you up if anything goes sideways. Time for you to be on your way. Evil spirits won't quell themselves. Well, you get all that? Wanna ask anything else?
Windmill.
Where do I find this windmill?
Don't you remember the one to the north of Vilgord? The devil haunts that place at night, people say. Go there and be back home by sunrise. We have much to do.
How do I use the herbs anyway?
Well, it's quite simple. Use them in battle to close up your wounds.
Got it, Grandfather. It's time to go. See you tomorrow.
Ah, wait. One more thing. I've sent a chort to Kusheva village. He must have cursed someone. Go there and fix it. You'll earn some money in process.
All right, Grandpa.
You are now on your travel map. Every night will display different locations. You may go on your way only after you speak to all of your visitors. You can visit any available location. However, your health recovers only after you accomplish your task and return to the Izba. Your goal: visit your main task location. However, you can't reach it without visiting all of the other locations along the way. The game autosaves each time the location changes. You can also save your progress manually, in which case the game will save as soon as you enter a new location. You can open the map by clicking on your present location. We wish you the best of luck exploring the northern lands of Sheerdin Yazd. The pronunciation is difficult for me. It has been 33 minutes so far. I need to do this. So we just do our final review of the game. I'm intrigued. I know we didn't get very far, unfortunately. I'm a big fluff person. I want to know more of the lore and the stories, and I always ask questions when it comes to these types of things. Especially something that's wrapped in Slavic mythology. I'm a big mythology person. I know more of like Greek and Roman mythology and a bit of like Norse and Egyptian mythology. So anytime that it's another culture's mythology, I'm interested. Those were stories that have been passed down for generations and things that people once believed at some point that happened, and then like believed on a mass scale. Not like a handful of people believed them, but a lot did. And so those are always interesting to me. I always like hearing those kinds of stories. I would definitely play this game again. The card battling mechanic isn't too different from some other card playing mechanics that we've played on this game before. I'm all for card games as well. I'm a big fan of card games. The dark undertone is a nice touch to it, and the story behind why she's doing everything is pretty cool too. So I like the way that it's headed so far, and it's intrigued me enough that I am interested to see where it goes. So I'll be saving this game to our 2023 would play again list, and sometime next year, maybe we'll get back into the game and complete it. Going through, playing the story, seeing more about the game itself. Anyways, that's going to do it for me. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next spooky game. Goodbye.